Good morning. I haven't done this in a while, so being at home unexpectedly with no place that I have to be today, nothing that I have to do today, I have plenty to do, but having a little more freedom, I thought I'd just pop in and just mostly say hello. But I also wanted to pass on a couple interesting things about bananas. So welcome to my deep and meaningful video about bananas. Now, one of the things I hear a lot from folks about bananas is that, they're high in carbohydrates and they're high in natural sugars, and they are, but they're also incredibly good for you. So I'm not one to take anything off of my list just based on something like that. It's all about balance, and that's kind of what this is about today. But because I buy them and have ended up with some in that dark OMG I gotta use them or they're gonna get gone situation, I'm making banana muffins today. And y'all who follow me on a regular basis know that I don't do any wheats, any grains, I don't do processed sugar, all that kind of good stuff. So I'll post the recipe here in a little bit, but I'm using almond flour, I'm using really ripe bananas, and I'm using psyllium. And that is a trick that I kind of picked up accidentally. It is what is used in a lot of the gluten-free baking to maintain the correct texture, which is what had been lacking in any of the non-wheat and whatnot baking that I had attempted in the past. And it is something that was directed by my surgeon during all of that chaos and bedlam. But because he had specifically recommended like some of these over-the-counter fiber-filled things, and I don't do sugar and I don't do artificial sweetener, in reading those packages I realized really what we were after was the psyllium. I didn't need the other mess. So that's how this came into my life. Now, I don't do this daily, which was the original direction. And things like muffins, just because they're natural and good for you, you don't want to do those daily either. And it's one of those things I have to be careful to not have in the house a lot, because I will sit and eat the whole batch. We still haven't mastered some of that piece of our world. But if psyllium and fiber and all that kind of stuff is something that you're after, look into this for yourself. And I say look into it, guys, because there are some interesting aspects to it. I'm not a nutritionist. I did not study this in school. My fashion design degree does not do anything to contribute to any of this. I'm not a doctor. So again, my message is always take care of you, do your own research, talk to your own doctors before you leap into any of this. But know that adding it to any recipe really can A, add that fiber, and B, add that correct texture. So I'm not going to cook in front of you because we've had our moments where that doesn't go so smoothly. But I will post pictures when I'm done. And just a couple of other oddball things I wanted to mention. I will never again peel a banana without thinking about you, Barbara Atwell, because this is something that good friend and cousin taught us a couple of years ago, and that's I don't peel a banana from this end. I peel it from the end that Barbara says the monkeys peel it from, and if you pinch it, it just comes right down, and there's none of that, mushing the end and wrestling the stem, and you got this. So it's super easy. My other banana tip is something I really hadn't thought about until recently, is when you buy them, if you're a banana eater, which we are, I buy them in several colors. So I bring home some that are like green, and then I bring middle of the road, we can eat them today if we want. And then if I'm gonna be doing something like the muffins, I buy them where they're like that next shade, like almost to the brown, because the more brown they are, the sweeter they are. Also, the softer they are. So if you're gonna bake and make with bananas, take the texture into account. So when I'm making the banana pancakes that I discovered during the pandemic and have been playing with for some time, I now know that when they are just turned over from green, that texture is the best for the end result of the pancake. If I want it to be more like an actual pancake, if I want it to be more like a crepe, I let the bananas go a little bit further. And that recipe, you guys, is 1 banana to 2 eggs. That's it. When I was still at a point where I needed a little more sweetness, I added a little honey. But now I'm at the point again where my system doesn't want or need the sugar. I don't miss the sugar. The banana is enough. So 2 eggs, 1 banana. I put it in the blender, and that incorporates a little bit more air. I put it in a really hot pan. I use avocado oil, which in my opinion imparts a little bit of a buttery flavor. And I just do them like a regular pancake. And it takes a minute. It takes a minute for me with regular pancakes to master like when to turn them based on the temperature of the pan and all that kind of stuff. But they are fabulous. So I do that. I tend to throw fresh blueberries on top, and then I use honey for my syrup. Natural, organic, local honey. So that's it. Just a couple of updates on other things. There is still room in the merchandising class, which is April 8th. That's next week. So it's at this point, I have a very small group, which has its benefits as well as anything else. We will all be social distancing. We will all be wearing masks. If you're interested in the merchandising class, hop onto thepanandmermaid.com. I have a place to purchase it there. Don't hesitate to message me with questions. And this weekend I'm closed on Easter. Okay, so I'll be open on Friday and Saturday. 11 to 4 on Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday. If I can stay later and you guys are still coming in, I absolutely will on both days. And there again, message me if you want appointments. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Seeing you soon. Take care of you guys. Enjoy some bananas, and I'll talk to you soon.